Hello,
I'm Andre from SIP, and today we go to the MOT and see what he says to our converted Vespa. We have our part certificate with us. We installed these parts, the exhaust, the racing cylinder and the modified carburetor. Let's see if that now works. Now refuel and then let's go. We're now at the MOT. This is Thomas Geiger, who's guiding us through the inspection of the Vespa, which is already outside. I have now brought the part certificate and my registration certificate Par 1. Is that enough?
That's enough for the entry. We don't need any more, so I create the order here. It will cost around 35 to 70 euros, depending on the effort.
Because we have the part certificate?
Because of the part certificate. If the range of use of the part certificate would not be adhered to, we would have to make individual approvals, and then it would be really expensive. Then we have to check all of those in this part certificate listed components individually, and that means we definitely need to do a noise measurement and a performance measurement. And then we are somewhere between 300 and 450 euros.
Okay, so as you can see, you can save yourself a lot of money. We now have signed up, therefore handed over the registration certificate and the parts certificate. In that case, I have to pay around 30 to 50 euros. You create the order, and then we go to the testing area and take a look at the vehicle.
Let's go over here and just park here.
Okay, we're now at the testing area. What are we doing first?
First of all, we start with the identification of the vehicle. Let's check the chassis number VNX2T. Yeah, that's okay. The other sign, identical. Fits.
This now is the same number that is also in the part certificate, right?
Exactly. So the beginning of the chassis number, this VNX2T, that is identical to the parts certificate. You can see here in the field of application, VNX2T PX Losso. Now we have to expose the parts, the carburetor and the cylinder, so we can identify the parts.
The number which is engraved, right?
Exactly. For that, you have to remove cylinder cowling and carburetor casing cover.
Can you lend me some tools?
I can.
Great. We now need to dismantle the cylinder cowling, so that you can see the signature in the cylinder. As a customer, I have to remove the cylinder cover for myself, because the man from the MOT doesn't do it. Because if something were to break, it would certainly be his fault. It's my vehicle, I will take it apart. I will be responsible for the damage if I break something. So now we're looking for the signature in the cylinder. It is once on the top cooling fin and also on the side. If the number is found, then the expert knows that only the parts are installed which are also included in the report.
140080. On the side it says SIP. That fits. It's the same. Then we still have the carburetor casing left, which we also have to take down.
So it is also important that we have our own tools with us, because it's not a matter of course that we are allowed to borrow tools at the MOT area. In this part certification kit is also another flow chamber for the carburetor inside, and even the flow chamber has an engraving, and if you take a look now, you can see the marking there, T7 is on it. And it is also described in the report. So this flow chamber with this carburetor, with this cylinder and this exhaust, where we also take a look at, this performance is achieved and the noise that is recorded in the part certificate.
Come, let's go to the main jet.
Now the main jet is controlled because also the carburetor adjustment is specified in the report.
28, main jet 128. Okay.
So well, then I can reassemble, right?
Exactly.
You can take a look at the exhaust over there. You don't have to remove anything.
The exhaust has a badge. SIP 200000 matches.
We now check. The cylinder is the one which is in the report, right?
Exactly.
And the carburetor is as described in the report, with the right main jet and the flow chamber, which is included in the kit. And we also installed the right exhaust. Then performance shouldn't be different, as it is indicated in the report.
Correct.
And also the noise is probably like it's indicated in the report. And based on that, you're going to fulfill the report. So you no longer require a noise measurement and a performance measurement, because that's clear anyway, according to the report, right?
Exactly.
So we save ourselves those expensive measurements. Well, we're finished now, aren't we?
Exactly, Andre. We now have here your vehicle registration.
Thank you.
And the report, which you need for the admissions office.
Okay, so I'm going to the admissions office now. And they'll give me a new vehicle registration document with the data you confirm. And then I'm officially allowed to drive.
That's correct.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thanks for watching. I hope that you now understand more of how it works. Please subscribe to our channel, leave a like, and until next time.